Hey guys, hope y'all are doing great today. Welcome to October's Food Forest Tour. Hope everybody's been well. Over here at the grafted apple trees, they are really getting tall. I think there's about 5, yeah, there's 2 right there, and there's 3 right there. They're all over 7 feet tall, going close to 8. They've had another kind of growth spurt as the weather's been a little bit cooler recently. Although today it's 85 degrees, and tomorrow the high this time of the day tomorrow is going to be 60. So I'm sorry, 55 actually. So yeah, 30-degree drop. So from one extreme to the other. So we'll see how everything is kind of slowing down now, and as you can see, a lot of the growth shoots are continuing to grow on these apple trees. They've just been really healthy. A few over there have type of a disease that the tips have gotten, so they've died back a little bit. But pretty much all the rest that I'm looking at are really super healthy, and all putting on some new growth. So that's really cool. And as you can see, it's got the diverse kind of cover crop down there, and they're just really thriving. So really excited to how they're turning out. Go over to the you know what, we'll skip all of the table grapes because they pretty much look like that with the higher amount of rainfall we had this summer, which was unusually steady. Usually it's very most of the time we'll go 2 months during the heat of the summer, and it'll be 90 degrees average in the highs or higher, and no rain, which is quite hot with no rain and the humidity. But this summer we had pretty steady rainfall about every 2 or 3 weeks at least, so it's kind of helped some things out, but a few other things struggled. So it's kind of usually how it works. Some things do good some years, and some things do good in other years, kind of just depending on what the weather does. This is the muscadine, and it produced a ton of muscadines. It's slowing down. As you can see, the leaves are changing. It's about to probably lose its leaves for the year. This the other one too right here. It's slowing down. Just got a little bit left on it. Actually, there's just a few small leftover grapes. There's some in there. That's about what they look like when they're perfect on this one. Kind of that light bronze, a little bit of pink in there. So that's really cool. We'll jump over to the blueberries. Over here at the blueberries, they're doing really well too. Kind of finished their growth mostly for the year. The flower buds are starting to swell for next year on the tips. This will be where the blueberries will be next year. And the first few buds near the end of it on there. This video will probably be a little quicker just because everything is kind of slowing down at this point of the year, kind of a transition point. So not a whole lot going on. Pretty much everything has stopped growing except for some okra still coming off. Mulberries are getting really tall. This tallest one, the name variety, is about probably 9 feet or so, getting close to 10. That's really cool. I've kind of mounded up around these pomegranates some, and also have kind of this natural protection with these tree limbs. It's been about a week at least, so they're holding up well this way. No deer damage or rabbit damage so far that I can see, so that's really encouraging. The grapes are still doing good over here for the most part. Growing well. Some pomegranates. The apple trees are still tall. doing well. Let's see if I can get them from this view. There, some of these are over 10 feet. Really tall. And it's gonna look like it's snowed right here, but these are it's a wildflower, and I don't know if you can hear it. Let's see if I can get in kind of close. But the pollinators are just going crazy. Honeybees everywhere. Other pollinators. Other types of bees, flies, wasps, all kinds of really cool insects that are really enjoying all these flowers that will help keep nature in balance for next year. So that's really always nice to see. See if I can get some of these bees. I'm a little bit camera shy. Peach trees on that side. Looking good. Apples right there is losing its leaves. Same thing with the plum. Everything's kind of winding down. The leaves are starting to fall, except on that European plum. I think it's like in the cold, cooler weather, so it's putting on some more growth. See how that turns out. It sounds like I'm in a beehive or something, but it's just all these honeybees everywhere. They're not bothering me. I'm kind of just pushing them all aside, really, and that might be a ladybug larva. Let's see if I can get it. All kinds of beneficial insects. They're just everywhere. So I'm hoping that the plum curculio and codling moth and other insects that may damage the fruit kind of be balanced out by all these beneficial insects. So hopefully we'll have some good pollination combined with good protection from all these bugs. So it's really good. Really good to see. Things kind of slowing down. That cherry tree's kind of got a good amount of leaves on it still. That one's one of the few kind of hanging on still. Speaking of some other beneficial, you don't know if you can hear the predator bird up there. Just saw it come across the sky, and it was really cool. Kind of tucking their wings and kind of streamlined, dove kind of into the trees. You can hear it. It's up in some of those trees up there. So that's probably helping taking care of some of the rabbits and rodents, that may probably moved in with all the vegetation that came up. So everything's balancing out with their help as well. So that's really good. Over here, it's just packed. There's so many. Moths, bees, beneficial flies. Really cool. So doing these two rows together. Pomegranate's looking really healthy still. Still has a lot of its leaves, surprisingly, even with the cold weather. It's really green. Seems to be happy. That European plum is done. Try to go kind of quick through here. Everything's kind of slowing down pretty much. Bindweed's still growing strong. It's a beautiful flowering bindweed. Most people would be like, "Oh, get that out of here." She kind of concerned me a little bit at first when it was growing really fast, but it's so beautiful and it's really easy to cut back if you need to. It's, you know, just hack it back. It was kind of getting up on that tree, but just kind of hacked it back a little bit, and really easy and quick. It's beneficial too, pulling up a lot of nutrients probably from the soil. That apple tree's got some really green leaves. It's kind of hard to see on the background of the other trees, but doing pretty good. That's about it. Everything's kind of slowing down. Thanks for tuning into this food forest tour. It's a short one, but I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.